Hello everyone, my name is Justin Duran Sekinino and today I'll be presenting my research titled Technology Readiness and Adoption Patterns in Indonesia's Mobile Fitness Ecosystem. This paper was written by two authors, myself and Ms. Risa Rizkia, my supervising lecturer. Before I jump into this presentation, I'd like to briefly share the background and motivation behind why I choose to write this paper. With smartphones now deeply embedded in our daily lives, fitness apps have become increasingly common. However, even though many Indonesians download these apps, retention remains low. Why is that? Because users often face unclear guidance, lack of social engagement, and high subscription fees. This led me to ask what makes people stick with these apps and what the Indonesian user really values in fitness application. Okay, so the study explores the adoption of mobile fitness apps in Indonesia and examines how several key factors influence user behavior, including technology readiness, social influence, and perceived usefulness. I applied to well-established model, the Technology Acceptance Model, or TAM, and the Unified Theory of Acceptance and the use of technology known as AUT. The finding shows that self-monitoring, ease of use, and social validation are essential for app engagement. Interestingly, price sensitivity also play a big role. It affects whether users are willing to pay for premium features, highlighting how important affordability is in this market. Okay, first one, we move to introduction. In Indonesia, mobile fitness apps are becoming part of daily health routines. However, many users stop using them shortly after downloading. The main reasons are unclear guidance, lack of social interaction, and pricing concerns. In the study, I focused on 5 key factors that influence usage behavior. The first one is perceived usefulness. Users want real fitness benefits. Second one is ease of use. Simple and intuitive design matters. Third one, self-monitoring. Tracking progress keeps user motivated. Fourth, social influence. Users are affected by peer opinions. And the last one, price sensitivity. Affordability influence app choice. Okay, so previous research shows that apps with real guidance, clear outcomes, and reasonable pricing are more likely to succeed. The next one is the research methodology. This was a quantitative study involving 129 adults respondents, aged 20 to 45 years old. The participants were people who either use or interested in mobile fitness application. The survey was shared online using Google Forms and available in both English and Bahasa Indonesia. The data was analyzed using Smart PLS 3.0 through a method called Structural Equation Modeling, or SAM. This method helped test the relationship between the key variable based on the technology acceptance model and unified theory of acceptance and use of technology framework. Here are the key findings from my analysis. Self-monitoring had the strongest impact because users really want to see their progress. Perceived usefulness was the most powerful factor in predicting usage because users want apps that provide real and tangible benefits. Ease of use and social influence also had a strong effect, especially in a community-oriented culture like Indonesia. Facilitating conditions like app compatibility and tech support had a moderate influence. Price sensitivity weaken the effect of ease of use. Users who are more cost conscious are less likely to upgrade even if the app is user friendly. Lastly, usage behavior directly influence purchase intention. The more frequently users engage with the app, the more likely they are considered to paying for it. So, to conclude, mobile fitness apps have great potential in Indonesia, but only if they meet real user expectation. So the app should focus on usability, progress tracking, social connection, and most important, affordable pricing. Indonesian users are practical and result-oriented. They prioritize apps that are clear, effective, and worth the cost. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you for listening my presentation. I really appreciate it. I hope this presentation gave useful insight into what really matters for fitness app users in Indonesia. Thank you for listening.